Have you ever wondered how these DJs are able to take one record and just continually loop it back and forth on itself and drop it at the perfect time every single time? Well, stick with me in this video. We're going to be going over beat juggling 101, the very basics right now. We're just going to be talking about looping the record. And I'm going to be in Nashville this weekend. So if there's any Nashville DJs out there, shout out, we can link up. And really, this is an issue that comes up a lot with my coaching clients. They're always kind of struggling with their drops when they're trying to learn how to mix and beat match. This exercise right here is the perfect exercise to pretty well teach you everything. It's going to give you the foundation to learning how to beat juggle, but what it's also going to do is help you with your timing when you're dropping the track in. A lot of guys are just like milliseconds off on their drop, and what this is going to do is allow you the ability to, when you want to scratch something in or cut something in, you can come in at the right time. The biggest problem is people are coming in at the wrong time on the wrong note. So if you don't know what I'm talking about here, you might want to go back and watch one of my videos on counting beats. But if you've made it this far and you're looking at beat juggling, this is going to be an amazing resource for you. So make sure you stay tuned till the end, because I'm going to give you my biggest hack on learning how to loop properly and how this can greatly improve your beat matching. So right now we're going to jump over to the decks and we're going to get right into this video. All right, so we're here behind the decks, and as I said, this is probably one of the most important lessons that you're ever going to learn on my free YouTube, at least. This is the foundation to so many different things, whether you want to learn how to scratch, you want to learn how to beat juggle, you want to learn how to beat match. This all kind of comes down to the same principles. It's all kind of the same thing, especially because when you think about back in the day, like DJs only had two turntables and a mixer. They didn't have any of like the cue buttons and like all these hot cues and stuff. These are all new inventions that are amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my hot cues. I would never turn my back on the hot cues, but there's a lot of guys out there who don't use their hands, right? DJing is kind of like a feeling. You're kind of one with the music. I don't know how to explain that, but so many guys these days they're just reliant on the sync button and reliant on their hot cues and stuff. And if you don't actually know how to DJ, you're never gonna kind of get into it. So this is an amazing exercise that's gonna really help you no matter what controller you're on. Like, you can use any single controller, any turntables. Realistically, these things are terrible. If you look right now, my needle's broken and it's pushing the thing further. So if anything, it's like a hindrance on me. It makes it harder, but I can still do the same thing that you guys can do. You can still do the same thing I do. So all I'm really trying to help you with is getting your body into the art of DJing, getting yourself into it. Because the more that you're into it, like you're in tune with your tracks, you're going to drop the tracks in tune. Like it's a give and take here. So let's jump right into the lesson. So what we're going to be doing here is called looping. What you want to do is you want to take the one of your track, and this was the perfect track that I found, just because this first bar, there's a lot of guys who think that that's your first note. That little click is your first note. Like, it is, but not when you're a DJ. It's not your number one. Your number one is down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Like that first note where you kind of like nod your head and you get into it, that's going to be your one. That's your downbeat. That's where the song starts. That's your downbeat, right? So that's what we're always looking for. If you're using original tracks, if you're not using intro edits, this isn't an intro edit. I figured I should probably just use an original, and it was perfect because it showed here why we want to use intro edits. If you're not using intro edits, you're probably going to get confused. You don't know what you're kind of dropping in. And if you dropped at that bar into your mix, it's going to sound terrible. So first things first, we've got our downbeat. We know where it is. So what we're going to do, we're just going to hit our cue point, the hot cue that I was just hating on, using it in the same video. We're going to set that to 12 o'clock because 12 o'clock is just kind of like where where I look anyways. You can use it anywhere. You can use it like at the needle. You can use it 12 o'clock. You can set it anywhere you really want to. You just got to know that like that's your position. For me, it's 12 o'clock. So I got it set here. And then we just need the same on the other side. So we got our 12 o'clock here. Our 12 o'clock is there. Let's go. And it's really as simple as that. There's so many different ways that you can kind of use this exercise. If you want, you can just break everything down to their drums. This is something I really recommend. You use Serato stems, bust everything down to their drums, and it makes it a lot simpler because you're not fighting with the record at all. You're not fighting with the tracks in the record. You're not fighting with like the melody coming in at a weird place. You literally just got the drums here, and you're doing the same exercise. So hopefully you guys understood what you need to do is pull back the wheel and drop it on the one every time. We're using a beat where it always starts on the one. That's one of the biggest problems that I see with a lot of DJs is they just don't have the correct music. So you can use stems. Serato stems can now hack pretty well your beat matching and make it super easy. You just want to bust down everything to, if you want to do just the drums, that's going to be the easiest way. But if you're a little bit better, you're a little further along, you can use the instrumentals. Just turn it to instrumental, find your number one beat, set your 1 to 12 o'clock, and you just want to keep pulling it back. It doesn't matter how many bars you go through. You can go 1 2 3 4, 2 2 3 4, 3 2 3 4, 4 2 3 4, drop 1 2 3, count it all the way back out to 4 2 3 4, drop. And as you get faster, maybe you can cut that down to just 2 bars. 1 2 3 4, 2 2 3 4, drop. 1 2 3 4, 2 2 3 4, drop. 1 2 3 4, drop. 1 2 3 4, drop. 2 3 4, drop. I hope this was amazing for you guys. If you guys need personal one-on-one coaching to maybe help you learn how to do this in one single hour, right now it's the cheapest it's been in a while. It's just $150 per hour. We can jump on Zoom and figure out exactly what's going wrong with your DJing. If you need some one-on-one support, I am here for you. If not, please like, subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Let's go.